Manchester United reached Jadon Sancho transfer agreement amid Dusan Vlahovic swap deal talks. Manchester United have reportedly reached a basic agreement with Juventus regarding the transfer of Jadon Sancho. The 25-year-old is one of 5 players, including Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, who have informed the club of his desire to explore different opportunities this summer. Sancho spent the 2024-25 season on loan at Chelsea, and the West London outfit had a £25 million obligation to purchase him this summer. However, the Blues instead paid a £5 million penalty to send him back to United. Since then, speculation has risen about where he is going to be playing his football next term. Now, according to La Stampa, relayed by Juve, United have agreed to sell Sancho to Juventus for £17.3 million, around £4.3 million less than the club's initial valuation. It's added that Sancho is expected to earn £5.1 million per year in Turin, a considerable cut on the reported £13 million per year salary he picked up at Old Trafford. However, the deal still has some details to iron out. One of them is putting in place a severance package between Sancho and United, with the winger believing it can't be any less than £4.3 million. The former Borussia Dortmund man's entourage is said to have had a positive meeting with United earlier this week, but there is a confidence now that Sancho is going to complete a move to Juve. It would bring an end to a rather miserable 4 years in Manchester for Sancho. He arrived in a £73 million transaction from Dortmund in July 2021 and failed to hit the ground running, scoring just 5 times and adding 3 assists in 38 matches during his debut season. Unfortunately for Sancho, that theme continued. There was hope that Erik ten Hag's arrival could reignite Sancho, and while his goal return improved, he didn't set the world alight. In fact, Sancho and Ten Hag were involved in a fierce altercation following United's defeat against Arsenal in September 2023. After the attacker was left out of the squad, Sancho didn't feature again for United that season, and he instead made the loan move to Dortmund in January. He started to get his mojo back at Signal Iduna Park and helped them reach the Champions League final. But the German club didn't take up the option to sign him again on a permanent basis. Instead, he returned to United for pre-season and appeared to clear the air with Ten Hag, featuring in the Community Shield against Manchester City last August. However, that would prove to be Sancho's last and could be final game for United as he moved to Chelsea on loan. With Sancho set to make the move to Juventus, that could see out-of-favor forward Dusan Vlahovic move in the opposite direction. Juve are keen to offload the 25-year-old Serbian this summer. 90minute.com report that United may have the edge in a deal for Vlahovic after opening talks over a swap deal involving out-of-favor winger Sancho. Vlahovic, 25, scored 17 goals in 44 appearances during the 2024-25 season and netted against Manchester City at the Club World Cup. Man United fans reacted in unison to call for Jadon Sancho to be paid off his contract following an update regarding his future.